y'all, today we got the smoker fired up and we are going to smoke some tofu. These are the red lentil tofus that I made in a video. If y'all want, y'all can check that video out. But before we put it on the smoker, we got to season it, and Robert's going to tell you how he does that.
So we got our two favorite barbecue seasonings. This is one that we make. This is one that we buy. They're both a little bit different. Just use whatever barbecue seasoning that you like the most. Don't be afraid to try new things. If you go to the store, at least in our area, and you look at the barbecue rub section, there are hundreds of different kinds of barbecue rubs. And we've tried a lot of them. And a lot of them we don't like. So what I would suggest is buy your bottle of barbecue rub, take it home, because you can't do this in the store. Take it home, open it up, lick your finger, touch the seasoning, and put it in your mouth. And if it doesn't taste good, don't use it. Your barbecue rub should taste good. It should be salty and sweet, but it still should taste good. If it's got a weird taste to it, because a lot of them do, try another one. So we've got our two favorites. This is one that Carrie came up with the recipe for. We made how many dozens of batches before
it took a long time.
settled on this recipe. But we use this on everything. And this is, your seasoning is half of it. So we want to season it really good, and then we'll put it in the smoker, and the smoker will do the other half. So we got our tofu blocks. We're going to pop them out. See how well that tofu that's homemade stays together. And what we're going to do is my assistant's going to come over here, and we're going to sprinkle a little bit of both on each side. So don't be scared. Now people get scared with seasoning, and that's why your food doesn't taste good, is because you don't season it well enough. Now if you've got some salt thing or whatever, this recipe's not for you, because this has all the salt.
And sugar.
And sugar. But that's what makes good smoked food taste so good. It's the seasoning and the smoke. A lot of people think it's just the smoke. Smoke adds about 50%. The seasoning is the rest. So we're going to season this up real good. And we're going to season it pretty heavily, because this will sweat out some of its liquid while it's in the smoker, and you'll lose some of the seasoning. So we're compensating for that by seasoning it pretty heavily. So we'll just pat that in. So that it sticks really well. And then we're going to dip the sides in what we have left over. This way we're not wasting anything. Dip all four sides.
And you're getting everything coated.
Yes.
You want it all coated. That way every piece tastes good.
Yes. Alright, and that's it. We're going to do the other one, and we'll see you out at the smoker. Alright, y'all, we're out here at the smoker. I got the smoker fired up. It's heating up now. We use apple chips for our smoking wood. You can use whatever kind of chips you like. Some people like mesquite, hickory. I like generally the fruit woods. So I've used apple, I've used peach, I've even used plum before, and it does really good. I don't like the flavor of mesquite so much. It's a little too sour for me. Hickory can be a little sour, but generally the applewood is a more mild smoke, and it's not as sour to the taste after you've smoked something in it for 3 or 4 hours. So we need this, and we need some water, because we need to keep our water well full, so that we keep the moisture up in the smoker. Alright, y'all, we're out here at the smoker. We got our tofu loaves that have been seasoned. This is the red lentil tofu. All we got to do, we got the smoker heating up. We have chips. I guess he's angry at us. We got chips in the chip container. It's already wisping a little bit of smoke. One thing, we will change these chips after about 2 hours. We're going to smoke these for, since it's tofu and it's already cooked, you can smoke it for as little amount of time as you want or as long as you want, providing you don't turn it into a brick. You know, if you smoke
Charcoal.
yeah, if you smoke it for 24 hours, it's going to be so hard you can't eat it. But what we found is around 4 hours, it does really well. So we're gonna see, we got some smoke coming out. We're gonna take our tofu loaves and sit them directly on the rack. Now, I've done this before, so I know the tofu won't melt. I was a little worried the first time I did this that the tofu might melt. So I used some foil underneath it, but you don't need to do that. Just put them directly on the rack. And I generally put them at the top of the smoker because they're already cooked. Your smoker heat tends to rise, heat and smoke. So the stuff you put down here, you're closer to the element, so stuff will cook a little bit faster. But the smoke, more smoke gets to the top stuff than it does to the bottom stuff. So we got our tofu in there. We'll add a little water to our water well, and we'll change these chips in 2 hours. And we're going to smoke this for a total of 4 hours at 225 degrees. So we'll see you in 4 hours. All right, y'all, it's been about 3 hours. I came out and checked on the tofu, and it's starting to crack a little bit, so we're going to call it there. That's generally what it starts to do when it gets done, is you'll see it'll start to crack a little bit. So Carrie's going to come in here and show you what it looks like. See, it's starting to crack there on the side a little bit and right there at the top, but it's got nice smoke on it. You see the colors changed. So it's done. All we need to do is put it on a pan. And these hold together really well, so.
They don't stick or anything.
I'll put it on our pan. We're gonna let it rest for 10 or 15 minutes. And we'll show you what it looks like when it's all sliced up. Other than that, we're gonna put these on our homemade pretzel buns. I'm not sure if the video will come out before this comes out or after this comes out, but there will be a video on our homemade pretzel buns that you'll want to see. So you'll want to subscribe so you can see that. And we'll see y'all next time. Take care.